Hi guys, I'm Franchescha.
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Alexa, and welcome back to Study Break.
Today on Study Break, we're covering all things spring weekend. Coming up is an interview with the band Free Advertising. Also, we have hot topics and the latest coverage of campus activities. Stick around for more.
All right, let's get started with our hot topics. Y'all pull the first one. Okay. Royal baby number 3.
Okay, they named him.
I know. Just came out. Just
Louis Arthur Charles.
I think that's cute. People were banking on the name Albert, and I'm like, I really hope that's not the case. Yeah. And thankfully they went with Louis, which is better. But surprisingly,
how Kate, 7 hours later, was walking out in heels.
Like
a true queen.
What? Literally, the goddess. She was glowing. I don't get it.
You know what? Amazing. To all the women out there, it's like, you can do that.
Right? I know. There's nothing she can't do. Every time she's out in public, she's looking amazing.
Always.
I mean, those little kids are so lucky.
And the homage to Princess Diana with the red dress, that was really sweet. That was an endearing
That was
moment.
really beautiful.
Yeah. And George and Charlotte, how they came in, she was waving over her shoulder. It was so cute.
She's such a ham, and I'm living for it.
I know. They're the cutest little family ever.
And she made history because she is the first girl to not be succeeded in line to
Charlotte. Charlotte is, because
younger brother.
In 2013 there was the new law passed that you can't decide, depending on gender, you can't get succeeded. You know?
Exactly. So I'll pick the next topic.
All right.
Kanye West and Trump on Twitter.
Kanye West, this is just what he does. When he has a new album coming out, he'll be completely silent for years and years and years, and of course now he's getting people talking. Like, Donald Trump is very controversial, to say the very least, but I actually think that his marriage with Kim is commendable, because Kim said she voted for Hillary, and clearly Kanye is a Trump supporter, so seeing how he's ranting, but Kim is still sticking by her man, I think it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you guys see the John Legend text?
Yeah.
That he posted? I thought that was funny too.
I love John.
And it was nice to see that, like, as friends, like, they're very good friends, they can still maintain a good relationship with each other and respect, their differences, and understand that people have different opinions. And that the best thing is just valuing others and not, like, degrading someone else's opinion based on your own.
Exactly.
Which was nice to see. And then I thought it was funny that Chrissy Teigen, like, tweeted to Kim being like, so are we still down for dinner on Saturday? And then she's like, Kim was like, yeah, but no phones. It was like funny to see with each other.
All right, we shall see the latest antics with Kanye and Trump soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But as for now, let's see what our last hot topic is. All right, Beychella. It is Beychella, not Beychella. Beehive, don't come for me.
Everything about it. Destiny's Child reunion.
Iconic.
I screamed literally everything about it from the beginning to end. Like, Beyonce is the queen of like, the world.
I wish I was there. Like, it would have been so much better if I was actually physically present. I was watching someone's like on Instagram saying how it was insanely crowded. Like, the whole ground, you couldn't even move. Like, they're like, it was definitely like a safety hazard, but she's like, it was unreal. Yeah, who cares? It's for Beyonce, it's fine.
Everything from the costuming to the concept, how she paid homage to HBCUs, how she brought out all of her musical guests. It was such a well-executed show, and she definitely made up for not being at Coachella last year, and you saw her vision come to life, so that was particularly.
It was just the whole production of it, like her vocals, the
choreography,
right? Exactly, like the lighting, this like design of everything was so amazingly done.
And that's what Coachella is. Like, it's like a true show performance. Like, I felt like she really accomplished
captivating.
Exactly.
And also definitely contributed to the performance were the costumes. Having Olivia Roosting from Balmain design both days, it was absolutely incredible. So the fashion was top notch.
Killer. Yeah. So good.
And speaking of fashion, this month the Fordham community gathered together in the Rose Hill Gymnasium to support Fordham's Fashion for Philanthropy Club as they hosted their annual fashion show, which benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Our very own Caroline Power has the story.
Fordham students strutted down the runway in clothing donated by companies such as Rent the Runway and Lord & Taylor to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Metro New York. This event was all made possible thanks to the e-board and members of Fashion for Philanthropy who spent months planning the show.
The students on the committee are just so dedicated to reaching out to different sponsors and kind of showing up, helping coordinate everything, and it's just a special event for a great cause.
Attendees had the opportunity to purchase raffle tickets in hopes of winning some amazing items like handbags and jewelry that brands donated for the occasion. Guests were also entertained by two of Fordham's performance groups, the a cappella singers known as the B-Sides and dancers from the hip-hop group Flava. Attendees like Franny Vanna Pedersen, a Rose Hill freshman, were thrilled to be there.
Really love just like Fashion for Philanthropy here at Fordham, so I'm really excited to see the show. What an incredible event for a great cause. From the Rose Hill Gym, I'm Caroline Power, Study Break TV.
That looked beautiful.
It was so well done. The production of it all was amazing. They had amazing products that you could win with a raffle ticket. I unfortunately didn't win any. But Alexa, you won some.
I did. I won a $150 London Fog crossover bag.
Excuse
I had no
me.
idea. I was just throwing raffle tickets and I happened to win.
It's all for a good cause, so it was
Absolutely.
great. It was really, really great.
Last weekend, they were the opening act for T-Pain at Spring Weekend. But today, they're here to give us the inside scoop on what it's like to be an on-campus band. So now we'd like to introduce our guests, PJ, Gus, and Graham from Free Advertising. Hello, guys. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Of course.
Thank you for being here. Really excited to have you.
So excited. Well, first of all, congrats on your opening set. That's so exciting.
Thanks.
Amazing. That's awesome. And so my first question is basically for all of you guys. How exactly did Free Advertising come about?
So like I guess junior year or sophomore year, it was there was this event called Rams Got Talent. It was put on by Community Association, and at the time,
Wait, are you all seniors?
yeah.
Okay.
At the time, I knew this kid Brian Reynolds, who was a senior at the time. He was a drummer, and I was just like, hey, like, do you want to form a band for this thing? And Graham played bass actually at the start of his career with the band.
Back in the day.
So yeah, that's how it kind of came about.
Awesome.
All right. And in terms of the name Free Advertising, how did you guys come up with that one?
My friend Helen and I used to just like text band names back and forth as a joke. We would just like see random stuff and be like, that would be a hilarious band name. And I guess she just saw it on a billboard or something on the side of the street, and I was like, that's actually kind of good.
And it stuck.
It did.
So what was it like to find out you were performing for Spring Weekend and opening for T-Pain?
Oh man, it was old news. One last year. No, it was really exciting because it's way cooler opening for T-Pain than Time Flies for me personally. You guys, how did you guys feel?
Pretty cool. I was in London last year when they won, so it was nice to be able to actually play during Spring Weekend. Got my chance.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're missing our fourth member today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
not entirely. We're not missing him like fully. So he's here somewhere.
So what's his role in the band?
You guys.
He plays guitar and sings as well, and also writes some of the music.
Okay.
PJ.
Oh, there he is! We have him!
Isn't
Here
he
after
adorable?
all.
Amazing. So why don't you guys just go around and say what you guys do for the band?
I play the drums. I used to
Okay.
play bass and I play the drums.
Awesome.
I play guitar and I sing.
I play bass and sometimes sing poorly.
Well, so Gus, as the bass player, how would you describe the sound of your guys' music?
I've been going with funk pop recently.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of it is pretty bass driven, like funk music, but it's still pretty accessible and poppy. Most of the original stuff. I think we were calling it post-Latin sex funk for a while because that is kind of what bedroom blues sounds like.
Yeah.
But
A lot of like
you got. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Latin flair.
Latin flair,
guitar
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And PJ, who would you say are your musical inspirations, and do they affect
Ooh.
how you play in Free Advertising?
So growing up, bedroom blues I wrote in high school, and in high school I was just starting to sing and play guitar. So Jason Mraz was actually a big influence. The way he writes lyrics are fun and witty, and that's what I kind of took. John Mayer for guitar, big John Mayer fan.
So
the
good.
Jonas Brothers, right?
Yeah.
He
No,
loves
no
Camp
kidding.
Rock.
Camp Rock was the reason why I started playing guitar.
No way!
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
I saw
love
Camp
it.
Rock and was like, Mom, Dad, can I get a guitar, please? And I got like a really like crappy Squier with like a little mini amp. And it wasn't great, but it did the job.
And look at you now.
Yeah, look where you
Yeah.
are
Opening
now.
up for Spring Weekend.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Getting interviewed on Study Break.
You made it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you just mentioned Jason Mraz and some camp rock inspiration. And what about for you guys in the entirety? What music do you guys personally listen to?
They have cooler influences,
I
arguably.
don't know.
Wolfpack, obviously.
Yeah,
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Represent.
They're a Michigan University founded funk pop band. That's all DIY indie, and they have a very kind of cult following among their fans. And Joe Dart, their bassist, has been the wind beneath Y wings for the past year or so. I grew up listening to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I play bass, so Flea is like my hero.
My dad's actually a drummer as well, and he grew up in the record industry. He worked in the industry for 40 years. So I listened to a lot of stuff from like the 60s, the Beatles. I like the Arctic Monkeys a lot, and Radiohead is also one of my favorite bands.
Awesome.
Cool. So in terms of your dad being in music and everything else that you guys have mentioned, in terms of it directly influencing your choice to be in a band, how has that sort of progressed from like when you first started listening to these artists or when you first started hearing your dad play to now being in the band? Your own.
Well, now I listen to Wolfpack and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm actually catching up on a lot of like just popular music. I grew up overseas, so like whatever music I was
PJ was
listening
born
to.
in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That
Oh no, I wasn't
is-
born in Saudi Arabia. I lived in
PJ.
Saudi Arabia
Oh,
for a
that's
very
awesome.
long time, 15 years.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's great being with a band that knows music a little more than I do.
So awesome. And what do you guys see for the future of your band? Where do you see it going in the future? You guys are graduating. Are you going to keep staying together, keep making music?
Yeah, that's the plan.
I think
but
we'd like
yeah,
to.
try to-
Where James is going to be a junior, and I'm planning on staying in New York, and I believe these guys are. So
We have to go
we're
home.
hoping,
I
yeah.
have to go home to New Jersey, but it's close by.
So you're still close.
Yeah.
So is your like song creating process, is that a collaborative effort, or does someone kind of take the reins? How does that all work? Like, do you guys have to be together when you do it all?
I guess like, so the main idea of a song kind of is written by someone in the band. I've written a couple and James has written a couple. Lately we've been trying to migrate into just like sitting in a room together and writing a song. But otherwise if someone else writes it, they bring it to the band and he plays it, we listen to it, and then we just kind of add our own parts to
I'd
it.
say we kind of, someone has the main idea and then we kind of round out the edges.
Yeah. So I guess it is very collaborative in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song that you've written?
James wrote a song called Lady Love, which I really like. It's really fun to play.
Yeah, that one gets me going.
You guys also do covers as well.
Yeah.
So how do you decide if you're going to do like your own music or if you're going to do a cover? How does that play out?
I feel like it kind of depends on what the show is. Like if we're
Depends
playing
on
at
the
like a
venue.
bar or something, or playing at Mugsy's, we're gonna play a lot of like crowd pleasers.
Right.
But for spring weekend, obviously, like it's a big stage, so we want to play a lot of our original stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's kind of a matter of whether it's more like, you know, we're the soundtrack. Are we the soundtrack to the party, or are we kind of trying to showcase ourselves a little bit?
Right.
So when it's the former, we're going to play the hits, and when it's the latter, we're going to subject people to our music.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
You guys
And
are
thank
awesome.
you all for watching. We'll see you next time on Study Break.